All right, I'm pulling all the dance moves. You missed it. I was dancing around the kitchen while the theme music was playing because it's the thing I do. But, you know, the camera's on now, so no more dancing. Thursday, what are we? So close to the end of 2021. Who had 2022 will be the worst year of the pandemic yet on their bingo card? Because I don't want to be a doomsayer, but that's what it's shaping up as. So, hello, Megaleech and Robertman Greg. Good evening. On New Year's Eve. New Year's Adam. Adam came before Eve. It's New Year's Adam tonight. Yes, Megaleech, I did watch the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett. It's interesting so far. It hasn't got me absolutely hooked. It's not like, oh my God, this is brilliant, I must watch more. I'm just kind of interested to see where they're taking it from here. I mean, to me, the most fascinating is like it's directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Jon Favreau. It's like some pretty heavy hitters for a TV show. You know, it was fun seeing Boba Fett escape from the Sarlacc, how he became, you know, friends with the Tuscans. Yeah, you know, it was interesting. I'm keen. Yes, Megaleech. It looks like a whole bunch of questions are going to be answered in this. So I'm just look at this lemon I have. It's a bit dodgy. Anyway, got to squeeze those lemons for their precious juices. So yes, it's kind of fun trying to piece the timeline together. Hey, Celtic King, happy to be on your device. Because the timeline where you go like the Star Wars movies, The Mandalorian, and Book of Boba Fett, they're giving some backstory which is just after Return of the Jedi, and then jumping to the stuff that's just after the last series of Mandalorian, which is I'm not sure how much longer it's meant to be after Return of the Jedi. So good, but I know Mandalorian was after Return of the Jedi. The Empire's in decline and disarray, and the people from the rebellion are just starting to assert power. So I'm not exactly sure how big a jump in time it is from Return of the Jedi to Mandalorian. So in other words, the two times that first episode of Book of Boba Fett jumps between, from just after Return of the Jedi to just after last season of Mandalorian. I think it's years, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the time jump is years. Oh, okay, Megaleech looked it up. Mandalorian's 9 years after A New Hope. So what's that, something like 5 years after Return of the Jedi? How much time's meant to have elapsed between A New Hope and Return of the Jedi, a couple of years. $5 years after Return. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yes, the time jumps in that first episode of The Mandalorian are about 5 years apart. Which I don't know if they're going to give more backstory or not. We shall see next week with the next episode, I guess. I'm kind of intrigued to see what Mando's going to do to manage Jabba the Hutt's crime empire. Like, because he doesn't want to be another Jabba the Hutt. But the question is, can you run that sort of crime empire without being as brutal as Jabba the Hutt? So, did I say Mando? Confused. Easily confused am I. Hey, speaking of confused, look, I have to show off. Might show this off again later with more people. Look, I couldn't resist. I got Vegemite and cheese hot cross buns because, I mean, they just taste like slightly savory bread rolls. They're not terrible, but they're nothing memorable. But I had to get them. I had to taste them. So yes, who's encouraging Coles to have bloody hot cross buns on Boxing Day? This guy. Well, not really. I'm not interested in the other ones. I just really had to try that one. Holy cow, the fucking spam bots are really going for it tonight. It's true, Robot Man Greg. They both have cool helmets. Essentially the same helmet, slightly different style. It's really quite freaky. That's 2 spam bots in the first 10 minutes. Again, the fact that, Me on Nowhere channel gets these fucking spam bots, how out of control must they be on actual popular channel live streams? They must just get fucking barraged by them. And it's like the shittiest fucking spam ever, because in live chat, the fucking text just scrolls past really fast. No one's going to click on that because it's not even the link. You'd have to copy the text and get rid of the spaces. And it's like, it cannot possibly work at all. It just cannot possibly work in terms of getting people to click on spam links. It does my head in. It's such a waste of time. Greg, I haven't said anything political yet. Okay, Scott Morrison's a cunt. And they've all fucking agreed to new rules that mean die in the name of capitalism. For those who can't read between the lines, until someone disproves this, how I interpreted the new rules about close contacts is if a customer or multiple customers or even a staff member or multiple staff members at a venue test positive for COVID, the other staff don't have to isolate unless they're symptomatic. They're supposed to they don't even have to get tested unless they're symptomatic. So in all the hospitality venues from now on is going to be huge fucking pressure from bosses. Don't you fucking dare get tested. Because they've redefined. Oh, Robot Man Greg, you reckon spammers love it when you talk political? Okay. So yeah, the new close contact rule is you only have to get tested. If you're asymptomatic, you only have to get tested if a close contact, as defined as someone in your household for more than 4 hours. So in other words, at any venue or workplace where either customers or staff test positive, the other staff aren't considered close contacts unless they're symptomatic. They don't have to isolate unless they're symptomatic. And you can just bet now bosses will be telling people, you fucking dare get tested and I'll fucking sack you. So that and and Morrison's big, oh yeah, state governments wanted to provide rapid tests free of charge, but private enterprise said they don't like that because that will stop them price gouging. So fuck that. Morrison is just such fucking garbage. And Abigail, hello from the deep, soft, pillowy pits of exhaustion. I hope you're doing okay. And I was sorry to not be able to catch up with you at Nettie's the other day because I'm being overly cautious. And I think I am being vindicated by the horrific spiraling of case numbers. I am not going anywhere until about 2 weeks after I get my booster. So that means I'm not going anywhere for 3 or 4 weeks. Well, okay, exaggeration. Still go to the supermarket occasionally, but that's very sort of fleeting visits and masked. I'm not going to any restaurants or bars or other domiciles until about 2 weeks after my booster because I'm fucking paranoid. Abigail, that's okay. Complaining is fine. Chronic pain and chronic exhaustion mean you're allowed to complain all the time. Essentially, it's the rules. You're allowed to complain all the time. So yes, had planned to have a few people over here on New Year's Eve, and I cancelled that because I'm a party pooper and also justifiably concerned about the transmission of Yon Rona. So I'm just not doing anything. As it's still going, paying fleeting visits to retail. Just not anywhere where I'll be in an enclosed space with recirculated air with other people for, an hour or more. That is the thing I am not doing for at least 3 or 4 weeks. So, yeah. And yes, and I don't know when I'll feel brave and start doing things again after that. Probably at some point. Also, I probably need to accept that I will have to get not have to. I just will end up getting the Omicron strain, most likely, or a later mutant variant. And I'm hoping that the booster will protect me from any serious illness. And yes, Miguelich, Australia is skyrocketing. Just the rate of acceleration of infection in Australia is by far the worst of the entire pandemic. It's fucked. Chris, hello. And you had a horrible day. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry for you having had a horrible day, Chris. That's no good at all. Yes, we are not just getting the most cases we've had the entire pandemic. We are having by far the fastest spread of cases since the start of the pandemic, which honestly is happening all over the world. More cases than ever, faster spread than ever. The UK had over 100,000 cases in a single day. We're on track to get more than 100,000 cases in a day by the end of fucking January at the latest. And I believe medical authorities are talking about the peak being in February. So, fuck. That's all I'm going to say. Fuck. Although I think it was the Queensland Health Minister saying, and not entirely without justification. Well, we're kind of lucky. This is the best time for it to spiral out of control. Summer, school holidays. The whole COVID thing seems to be worse in winter, and the fact that school holidays are on, it's less disruptive. So it's going to get real freaky in the next month. I think it's freaky now. It's just going to get freakier in the next month. Und then, yeah, the big unknown is how many hospitalizations and deaths we end up with. Cheery thoughts, cheery topic of discussion. And, oh, Jesus, Chris, your girlfriend left. Hopes to find someone who loves you as much as you loved her one day. Oh, Jesus. That is sucky, Chris. That's a "it's not me, it's you" speech. Oh, dude, I fucking feel for you. Oof. Well, got to look for onward and upward, I guess. And yes, the caseload we're getting, we are virtually staring down the barrel of what the US and the UK went through. It's like refusing to do lockdowns until it's too late for lockdowns to be of any help. So, yeah, that's the shitstorm we're in. Yeah, and that is what we are stuck with right now. But yeah, Jesus Christ, the fucking announcements today were just all variations of "die in the name of capitalism." That's ridiculous. Chris, yeah, I mean, I guess that's like the old rip the Band-Aid off thing. She was honest that she didn't feel the same anymore. Damn, though. Damn. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, let's go glass half full. That's better than something dragging on. Oh, no. She said she died inside when you said forever because she felt trapped. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As fucking painful as it is, and I'm empathizing from experience. Fucking painful. It does sound like it was the right thing. Year and a half. Could have done it earlier. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Bit intense, dude. I can say feel for you so well. Yeah. No, I don't think anyone gets through life without going through something like that. Usually multiple times. It fucking sucks though. Fucking sucks. Oh, damn. Damn. This damn world, eh? What's it all about? Yes, Chris, you've got a COVID infection to look forward to, as do we all. So, yeah. Yes, I saw COVID going ham, and it's just starting to do the same here. I think the next month or two is going to be very traumatic for a lot of Australians dealing with really widespread infection for the first time, like seriously widespread infection for the first time. Besides knocking people around physically when they get sick, it might knock a greater number of people around psychologically because they weren't really prepared for it. Just this very sudden change from things being basically under control to not. Absolutely not. It's a wild old time. Yeah, and I think COVID's going ham in Europe as well. I mean, it's everywhere. It's going to be in parts of Africa and South America and Asia as well. It's just fucking everywhere. Ugh. And I still hate to conceive of what I think now is looking likely, namely that 2022 is going to be the worst year of the pandemic so far. I hope not. I hope because of the efficacy of vaccines and boosters, that while a lot of people may contract the virus and get sick, the overwhelming majority are protected from serious illness. So, yeah. Oh gosh, Chris, yeah. I'm trying hard not to go too full on with the pep talk, because I know at the moment of trauma, pep talks don't really do it for you. But oof. So all I'm doing is just empathizing at the moment. Yes. Megalich is depressing as the movie. Don't Look Up. You mean the documentary Don't Look Up? Yes, that's what I was saying on social media as a joke that not everyone got. That are like, I have a hot take about that movie, Don't Look Up. Although the movie was about a comet hitting the Earth, I'm going out on a limb and saying it's an allegory for climate change. And that lady president, she was a stand-in for Trump. That's my hot take, because I'm out there with the wild and crazy talk. It was not subtle, actually, is what I'm saying. It's not subtle. But I love how far they had to take it to actually parody how dumb and fucked up people are about climate change, and to a lesser extent COVID, and the Trump cult. Like that phrase, don't look up, like where it gets to the stage where you can actually see the comet in the sky. So they're saying like, well, that's just another liberal lie. Don't look up. It's the ultimate denial of the obvious. Oh, nice. Biden admin put a new graph up. What was the new graph? I'm just going to see if it comes up if I do a Google search. Biden graph. Populars, no. It's approval ratings. News. So it's a new graph. They were proud of only 2.5k deaths per week before the Omicron surge. Win. Yes, you're right, Megaleech. 10 years ago, people would have just said, oh, come on. But now you had to go that far to count as parody. Otherwise, you're just documentary. If you go even slightly less far than they did, it's just documentary. Because they went out of the way to show deaths per week before they spiked from Omicron. It's the thing. The evidence is leaning more and more towards Omicron causes less serious illness than, say, Delta. But it's like 10 times more infectious than Delta. So the massive upswing in cases is by definition going to have an upswing in serious illness and death, even if as a percentage of cases it's lower. It's just because the number of cases are just so much higher. It's absurd. Like 10 times higher. It's ridiculous. Because you're in good hands. I don't know. Is anyone in the world in good hands? Western Australia, here in Australia, the guys just had a hard border the whole time. It's like, fuck you people. And the scumfuck Prime Minister kept saying, oh, you shouldn't do that. It's bad. But everyone in Western Australia is leading a normal life with no lockdowns, going out, business as usual. It's just people from interstate can't go in. And I don't think anyone in Western Australia gives a fuck. It's just fucking talking shit. It makes me sick. What's that, Chris? Lying, cheating, murdering, horrible hands. Yes. Oh, yes. I heard there's some nasty spikes in children hospitalizations too. Yeah. Lots of not good news. Going to have some water. Because I'm a responsible motherfucker. Just a very slow, narrow urethral water stream. Ha! There we go. There we go. And Chris having kids under 5 filling up hospital beds. Oh dear. It's not good. It isn't good at all. It is all kinds of not good. Heavy sigh. Yes. And my biggest complaint is not socializing. Because I just think it's a bad idea. Given my age, and let's be honest, weight, I am in reasonably high risk of complications if I contract the Rona, particularly prior to my booster, which is supposed to provide some good protection against serious illness. So, as much as it's a downer, because I was really looking forward to having people over for New Year's Eve, and more than a tad depressed about not doing it, but I just think it's the right decision. So Abigail, you fell asleep with a Taylor Swift song playing. Spotify decided to beam her entire discography subliminally into your sleep. Wow, that's like that's a hate crime. Poor Taylor Swift. She's an easy target. I'm just thinking, I've still got some eggnog, even though the government, in their fascist way, has taken all the eggnog out of the supermarkets. I've still got some. So I'm thinking I'll have a brandy and eggnog after my water. Kind of like a dessert. Chris, it is still bright here. We're a week past the longest day of the year. We're first day of a multi-day heat wave here. 3 or 4 days of 90 to 100 freedom units. So that's fun. Abigail, I'm not dissing Tay. She's your bae and your defender talent show. Yeah, that's cool. I have no skin in the game with Taylor Swift. If that's your jam, that's your jam. So it's all good. Yes, see, Megalish, you're right. I hope the government are not going to monitor this stream, because the fucking Nog police will kick down the front door and take my Nog away, because the 30... Oh, no, it's still the 30th. Homer Simpson declared we get 30 Noggy days, sweet Noggy days. Still the 30th. I think he meant December. Maybe he meant November 25th to December 25th. I took it to mean to December 30th. So, because the hater's going to hate. Oh my God, there were these guys who years back, Melbourne guys used to do animations called Small Poppies, I think. can't quite remember what they were called, but they had this fun animation style, and they did one. And it's okay. It's this far back. It's when Tony Abbott was Prime Minister, and they did this animation to Taylor Swift's "Shake It Off" with Tony lip syncing it, animated Tony lip syncing it, and with all his political issues. And it fits so perfectly just with the lyrics of the song, putting things like the detention camps and just Abbott's general fuckery, singing and dancing along to Taylor Swift "Shake It Off." And it seemed to fit perfectly. It was amazing. Yes, Robot Man, I'm missing out on having a nog party on New Year's Eve. Pretty depressed. So I'll just try to make the most of it. There was a question earlier about how's Aidsy. He's been seen. So he's back in Melbourne. I haven't seen him because I didn't want to leave my house because I'm being hyper cautious. Yep. So, I mean, I can still have a nog party. It's just a nog party of me. That's the other thing. I had something new to taste tonight, an American rye. I just bought myself some slightly late Christmas presents at Dan Murphy's, stuff that was on special. And just randomly, because I don't really get a lot of American whiskies. But can't really see. They had a litre of Maker's Mark on good special. So that actually resolved the question. I'm going to put, at some point, I'm going to put Maker's Mark in my little oak barrel and age it for, I don't know, a couple months. After I've had other stuff in the barrel to season it, so to give the Maker's Mark more flavor and roundness, so yeah, it was cheap, and so I think it'll be better after a couple months. Greg, what else goes well with nog? Brandy and rum are the traditional things to put with nog. Megalith, what goes well with eggnog? Topless wrestling, sure. Megalith and nog party filling up a blow-up pool with nog and sexiness ensues. That would be a messy and sticky party. Putting it in a wading pool full of eggnog. So, do I do some? And now I'm just thinking, well, I just put the eggnog in this glass. I think I will actually. Because I'm being super lazy. I got complimented on this shirt at Dan Murphy's today too. One of the fine people in the establishment who are always like, can I help you with something? I was going, no, I'm just going to go around until something inspires me. Like basically something on special. And then I found some stuff on special and got it. But yes, people at Dan Murphy's like my cocktail shirts. All right, I'm going to get I could free pour. Maybe I will. All right, I'm going to get some eggnog. Oh. Here's gonna be. Geez, that's not enough to get a content match on YouTube. Hard to know because the fucking content matching algorithm is pretty fucking feral. All right. We're really getting through this. This is going down very fast for a bottle in my place. The Bass and Flinders spiced Christmas brandy. I think I won't even be able to get it after Christmas. When it's gone, it's gone. Right. Okay. Fucking hell. Forgot how much that glass holds. That glass holds so fucking much. And I'm gonna free pour some brandy on top of that. Makes the nog curdle a little bit. Must be acidic. Oh, shit. I'm making a mess. Fortunately, I had a coaster. Yum. Oh, man. There's like vanilla notes in this. What are they saying? It's dried apricots, cranberries, orange zest, nutmeg, whimsical Christmas flavors, including frankincense and myrrh. It's just a whole friggin' cavalcade of flavors in this. And it's good. Speaking of nog, I think it was last Christmas, like not this one just past, the one before, 2020. I got in trouble on Facebook when people were talking about different eggnog flavors. And I said, I hate nogs. And they said that was a racist slur. Facebook jail for saying I hated nogs. Fuck, that's really good. This is a shitty supermarket eggnog. Imagine if I made a high quality homemade eggnog. It'd be amazing. Well, I'll have to after this is gone because you can't buy it anymore. So, I've seen a few good recipes for it online. I might do it. So while I'm standing up, Jesus, not much left in that one, but I have a replacement. I'm going to try some different rye whiskies, and I think they are probably the very different rye whiskies. Chris, no, homemade eggnogs. Hey, musical aviator, a homemade eggnog. Make it with fresh eggs and cream and shit. Seen some pretty wild recipes online. It tastes really good, though. I actually don't mind that supermarket eggnog, but with that Christmas spiced brandy, it's awesome. Let's take this off. So look at this High West whiskey. This looks suitable because I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on my computer at the moment. Maybe play it on a live stream soon. I get my new laptop sometime in the next week or two. This is from Park City, Utah. High West's home in historic Old Town Park City, world's only ski-in gastro distillery. It's in the ski fields in Utah. There you go. Not chill filtered, no coloring or flavoring added. We get asked all the time, why double and why exclamation mark? So you see it on the thing. Double rye! Exclamation mark. Hey, Safa. Music over. Your dad drove from Sydney on Christmas, turned up at 5 a.m. on Boxing Day uninvited. Oh, gosh. That sounds intense. Anyway, so get asked why double, why exclamation mark? Double, because this whiskey is created from 2 rye whiskies, both a minimum of 2 years old. See highwest.com for technical details and sourcing. Exclamation point is to signify our aim with this whiskey. Showcase the beauty that is rye and create the spiciest rye whiskey in the world. We think we did that. The younger rye, sourced by High West, is produced on a column still. Taste the cinnamon, clove, anise, eucalyptus, buttons, and evergreen gin-like flavors. The older rye, which is distilled by High West, made using a pot still, adds richer, bolder character, just enough caramel sweetener and woody vanilla richness to calm the bite of the younger rye. The resulting combination is a bold, balanced, complex, perfect for mixing. We recommend trying a double rye Manhattan or Old Fashioned. It's absolutely superb for sipping or sharing with other cowboys and good-looking strangers. You're all good-looking strangers. High West is Utah's first legal distillery since 1870, world's only ski-in gastro distillery. If you find yourself in Old Town Park City, please stop or ski by to visit us. We'd love to share our passions with you. The American West, our contemporary Western victuals, American roots music, and of course, pairing all of the above with our greatest passion, superb whiskey. Better yet, you ought to come out to our distillery in the mountains of Wanship, Utah. It's a celebration of cowboys in the American West. There you go. Utah rye whiskey. So it's a blend. They source a young rye and they distill their own rye, which is aged longer. Safi, is 17 a good deal for Dragon Age Inquisition's Mass Effect Indominus bundle? Sounds like it, but I have no idea. Okay. It's kind of surprising how much I like that eggnog and brandy, quite honestly. Yummo! So, wow, how long am I going to go tonight? Because I'm supposed to be at work tomorrow, which is there. So, oh, by the way, I didn't mention, you'll notice the lights which were annoying me are working and how I got them working by shaking. I had been assuming there was a dodgy bit of wire. I actually found the dodgy bit of wire. So it might be okay now. I found is that the dodgy bit? I got it and twisted it in and they worked. So might be okay. Maybe. This is a very different bottle. It's a long, skinny bottle. A friend shared a bottle she got as a gift, which I couldn't share on the stream because it's a dick. It's from Eastern Europe, I think. I think it's a brandy. And it's called Adam. And the bottle's just a big glass dick with balls as well. And I don't mean it's phallic. I mean it's a dick with veins and a shaft and head and balls. That would get me a strike on YouTube showing off this big glass dick. Safa, I did not see Old Parliament House's front door burning. I did not hear about that. I don't know what that story is. When did that happen? Not that I've been paying a huge amount of attention to the news. Oh, here it is. Disgusting. Old Parliament House. Front door set on fire a second time as protests in Canberra continue. Ooh, what's this about? Wow, that was seriously burnt. Set on fire for a second consecutive weeks. Protests continue outside the building. Line of police officers moved demonstrators away from the building after doors began to burn. After the blaze was put out, several dozen protesters continued to confront police officers and the media. Crowds began gathering last week ahead of the 50th anniversary of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy, which was established on Australia Day 1972. However, the ABC has been told the protesters are not associated with the embassy. Remains unclear how the fire started, though last week's blaze began when a group of people lit a ceremonial fire next to the doors. Flames, wow, it's really on fire. I just saw a picture. Flames from today's fire had reached the building's roof when emergency crews arrived. There you go. No fire inside the structure, although the installation sprinkler system did activate. Wow, that's a pretty serious fire, actually. Commander Linda Champion from the Australian Federal Police said fire likely began during a smoking ceremony performed by protesters, which police were aware of, and it proved to occur. Open question. Was it an accident or what? Was it deliberate? So last week, everyone agreed it was an accident. This week, it seems more serious. And no one's 100% sure what happened. No, Safa, it was no sort of insurrection because Parliament, the old Parliament House is just a museum now. It's got nothing to do with the government anymore. So yes, the fire last week, apparently everyone agrees was an accident. But it's a little unclear as to exactly what happened with this fire. Don't know if someone thought it would be funny to just like seriously set fire to the front doors. Who knows? Who knows? Oh. Oof. Okay. So that's the nog. What is it? 8:45. This is me pacing myself because I did want to shoot a little bit of video tonight as well. I wanted to taste this. Might not make a drink with it tonight. Like I was saying, make a Manhattan or an old fashioned. Might not do that tonight. Might do that tomorrow. Because I wanted to taste my Swedish punch, which I've been making over a couple of days, which better be good because I made far too much of it, like 2 liters of it. And then I wanted to make a breakfast martini for a video. Third spam bot. Wow. Should you get wasted? That is your call. And it probably depends what you call wasted as well. So despite having, again, we all joke about me falling asleep on streams, but I didn't lose consciousness. I was on the stream and I was getting very blur. And I was together enough to go, oh no, I'm fucked. I need to go off and lie down. So I wandered off and lay down. Notwithstanding, I drank too much too quickly those nights. And that was months ago, and I haven't done it since. It was just, I blame it on COVID. COVID impaired my judgment. It's not my fault. But I am going to do a comparison of this American rye, double rye. They've actually gone, you can't really see, but they've gone for really low-tech bottle making. Like the bottle's got a lot of imperfections. It's got kind of ripples, and there are air bubbles in the glass, which they've clearly done deliberately. They want this to look like an Old West bottle. Used, it's a very imperfect bottle. So I might keep it. It's got some nice embossing on it too. High West Distillery, Park City, Utah, embossed on the bottle. But they've deliberately made the bottle very low tech and it has imperfections. So, musical Avatar, you got an epic plan. Driving to the Moorabbin Motel. Work in the motel room. Go to Moorabbin Airport. Engine start an airplane. You're going to be flying over. Okay. I assume you had to go to some trouble to get a flight plan approved for that. But that's cool. Actually flying with a sight of the city at midnight. That is actually a very cool plan. Very cool plan. Oh, yes, Safa, I did see the new train photo shared with me. Very cool. Trains are cool. All right. Let me put this out of the way. I'm going to get some little shot glasses to do a taste comparison. Because the heater's going to heat. Okay, it's almost dark enough to shoot a video now. I'm just going to do this little rye whiskey taste test. Oh, wait, no, I want to taste it at room temperature first. Gotta get the protocol right. So, I'm going to compare an Australian rye whiskey made by the Gospel Distillery in Melbourne. Put a little bit of that in there. Alrighty. That smells good. So Musico, flight plans IFR city orbits, assuming all the helicopters want 1,500 feet, you're going to be at 2,500 feet. Neat. Ooh, that was a satisfying noise, wasn't it? First time opening the bottle. It's a really light aroma. It's a bit smoky. Little bottle pouring ASMR. Now, okay. Initial observations. I was expecting the American one to be stronger. Now, it's actually lighter. I'm not sure how much that's showing up on camera. This is the Gospel rye. This is the American rye. American rye is noticeably lighter in color. So on the nose, that's nice. That's good. Now the American one on the nose. It's a bit sharper. The American one's a bit sharper than the Gospel rye on the nose, at least. It's which is kind of what I expected. But let's try it on the palate. It's got almost honey notes. Little bit of rye spice in it. I should have some water to cleanse my palate, but I don't. But fuck it. Ooh, that's got more follow through. The American one's got more follow through on it. Dang. So Music event is going to be doing, stuff for the Wonder Woman 1984 plane scene with the fireworks. I do remember a few years ago seeing some pretty full-on video where someone flew a drone through a fireworks display, which made for pretty amazing visuals. And Sophia Stepbrew flies planes. There you go. Hometown has a gliding club. Yeah, there's a bit of gliding happen near Dubbo as well, actually. So now I'm just putting a teeny bit of ice in the rye. It'll chill it and dilute it a bit. See if that opens up different flavors. The Gospel. Ooh. It's really sweet. It's like really syrupy flavors, almost like golden syrup or molasses. American rye. Yep. The American rye is kind of what I expected. It is a bit sharper, a bit more intense, less rounded than the Gospel rye. Ooh, nice and warm going down though. All right. All right, now I really do need to cleanse my palate with some water because I want this rye whiskey taste out of my mouth to taste the Swedish punch. I'm going to upset everyone Swedish by just doing a bad Swedish chef impersonation from the Muppets for anyone too young to know. I'm sure Swedish people hate the Swedish chef. So I'm going to assert that the Swedish chef is genuinely Swedish. All right, so I'm going to get some water. Oof. And some ice. Yeah, chunk of ice. Not my biggest chunk of ice, but a pretty big chunk of ice. Oh. Not my biggest rocks glass, but a decent sized rock glass. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Alrighty. Oh, I suppose I put the rye whiskies back. Make something to finish that one off. Just for the shelf space, I've got a replacement bottle. Or, in fact, I might put that there. Haters gonna hate. Also lashed out another late Christmas present for myself from a specialty online Australian booze shop. They had a Texas single malt whiskey, like not a bourbon, single malt whiskey. That I'm quite looking forward to trying. Should arrive sometime in the next week. Because I don't have enough bottles of booze. Disclaimer, yes I do. I should stop buying them. But I don't know. It's a compulsion. I can't help myself, doctor. Headline: Things are going pear-shaped. Concerns about proposed changes to definition of COVID-19 close contact. Oh, we're all going to fucking hell, basically. All going to hell. Hillcrest Oh. That was depressing. That fucking jumping castle that flew away and killed those kids in Tasmania. Fuck, that was depressing. Grey squirrel terrorizes North Wales community, attacks and injures 18. Ooh, okay. This is my type of story. Safa, no, I do not know. I know this much about Australian booze. Kirsten knows this much. There are probably people who know this much, but I know this much. So, but I'm a big supporter of Australian booze. So, Stripey the squirrel. What that noise was. So, the tale of Stripe the squirrel began cheerfully enough, with Corinne Reynolds, an animal lover in North Wales, feeding the creature. Story took a distinctive, unfestive twist when Stripe, named after the sharp-toothed creature in the Christmas horror comedy Gremlins, began nipping at Reynolds and other neighbours. After the grey squirrel bit more than a dozen people in the town of Buckley, Flintshire, drawing blood on several occasions, Reynolds caught it in a humane trap and had the animal taken away by the RSPCA. Reynolds, a 65-year-old carer, began feeding Stripe in the summer. For months, it made regular trips to a garden, but then it began to bite the hand that fed it, literally. She reported what had happened on social media, shocked at how many others said they too had been bitten. In the space of 48 hours, it attacked 18 people. He started attacking people who were just taking their recycling bags to the bin. They are quite gruesome injuries. One neighbour, Scott Felton, 34, said he'd been having a cigarette at his back door when the squirrel pounced. The squirrel came out of nowhere, man. Jumped onto my arm, bit me on my hand. Friday had a chance to get it off. It happened so quick, man. And he went to hospital for a tetanus jab. Another victim, Sheree Robinson, 42, was bitten on the finger. Said he had 5 or 6 of my neighbours. He had me when collecting my recycling bags. Jumped out from behind my green bin. Had me good and proper. Got teeth marks on the top and bottom of my finger. Latched on and I had to shake it off. Oh, we're back into Taylor Swift. Shake it off. Shake it off. Another resident said Stripe attacked her 2 Bengal cats. She admitted she would not go out of her house when the squirrel was lurking. Reynolds felt she had to take action, bought a humane trap to catch Stripe. RSPCA came and picked the squirrel up, transferring it to her cage. No happy ending. RSPCA said it had no choice but to put Stripe down, as it's illegal to release a grey squirrel back into the wild. Plus, it had a taste for human blood. And you couldn't. Once it's got a taste for human blood, it just wants more blood, more flesh for the insatiable squirrel monster. So that's the sad story of Stripe the squirrel that went a bit feral and got put down. Neat. The Hong Kong police raided the pro-democracy Stand News, arresting 6, including senior staff. Yeah, the authorities don't like the anti-Chinese thing. So, goddamn, it's all a bit much. It's a bit goddamn much. Very weird. I'm just looking to see if there's any other interesting headlines. The Webb Space Telescope should be interesting. No, Stripe was the most interesting story. Rorella, dude, you want a pet bobcat? They're so cute. Heine, you got Black Widow on Blu-ray. Any opinions? Goodbye. Depends. I did watch it. I found it entertaining. Personal taste is personal, so I don't know. I watched it on Disney Plus because I have Disney Plus. Right, dude, my other favorite wild cat is that Russian one, Palace's cat. Just looks like a really overgrown house cat, but they're an actual wild cat from somewhere in Russia, I think. And there's some absolutely hilarious, like, nature documentary footage of them because they're very inquisitive. They're very curious. Heine, entertaining is all you need. Why not? Oh, Safa. I didn't pay enough attention to Black Widow to give it much of a rating out of 10. I mean, 6 or 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's, it absolutely has its moments, and it's not terrible. For comparison, I'd probably rate Don't Look Up as a 7 or 8 out of 10. Flawed, but pretty good. And if you want the 10 out of 10, or at least 9.9 out of 10, Mad Max Fury Road. Also, a documentary that fell backwards through time to show us what life's going to be like in about 100 years. So, cheerful, something to look forward to. It's a training video. Should watch Mad Max Fury Road as a training video, basically. Heine. Charlize Theron's not in Black Widow. Yes, it's Scarlett Johansson. Is it better than Captain Marvel? No, I think Captain Marvel was better. Again, Captain Marvel's not my favorite of the Marvel movies by any stretch of the imagination. But I think Captain Marvel was better than Black Widow. I think Black Widow was better than Wonder Woman 1984. I was very disappointed with Wonder Woman 1984. Fuck me, I was going to make a video as a cicada absolutely going to town. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm not sure if this microphone would pick it up, but there's a cicada somewhere just outside absolutely going to town. Absolutely going to town. They're so fucking loud. I don't know if, again, because growing up in the country, sometimes you go a whole, and in fact, for that matter, forget the country, here it's happened. A whole tree is just fucking full of cicadas. And if you walk right up to the tree, the noise they collectively make is way above the fucking pain threshold. Like they make just a ridiculous amount of noise. I do remember some guys on a farm. I think they were sort of pseudo cousins of mine. They might have been cousins of cousins type of thing. They had a big tree full of cicadas in summer. This guy would go up to the tree with a shotgun with like buckshot shells in it and just sort of go fire into the tree, and dozens of dead cicadas would fall out of the tree. Yeah, summer wouldn't be a summer night without cicadas. They were late this year. They've only just appeared in the last couple of weeks, really. Previous summers, I feel like they arrived earlier. But again, spring was cooler and wetter than average because of the La Nina weather pattern. And it sounds like that's only one cicada. There is one cicada out there just making a ridiculous fucking amount of noise. And I mean ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Can you hear it, by the way? I'll be quiet for 5 seconds. Can you hear the cicada? Because I'm not sure the microphone will pick it up. Like, to me, it is really loud. But you can just hear it. Okay. Yeah, to me, it's very loud. So I kind of feel like I can't make a video so long as it's making that fucking noise. I'll wait for a while anyway. If it's still going in half an hour, I'll just go, yeah, fuck it. I'm making a video anyway. Jesus Christ, it is so loud. It's just, and it's getting into my head because I have tinnitus, so I get noises in my fucking head anyway. This fucking cicada noise is really penetrating my skull. I'm not a fan. Oh, it paused for a microsecond there. Thought it might have given up and fucked off. But not yet. It has not given up and fucked off yet. So if you can't get cicadas, then just... Actually, I don't know. I might go outside. I don't think you can chase a cicada away. Oh my God, it's so fucking aggravating. Jesus, what is with this? Oh. I was looking at a website I haven't looked at for a while. I don't know what made me think of it. Website called Boing Boing that I used to go to all the time, but then a couple of the key people that contributed to it, people that I liked, left. I think there was some internal ructions. I was like, oh, who knows what's going on there. So we doomed if Morrison gets back in. I think it would be very bad for a significant proportion of Australia if Morrison. It would just fucking suck balls if Morrison got back in. Labor seems to have found its teeth recently, and because they know an election's coming. Another fucking spam bot. Maybe I should go out and try and chase that cicada down with my salt gun, because it's doing my head in, quite honestly. It's very loud. Maybe I could do the thing I did a little while ago. I could play an old Angry Aussie video for you that'll play for a couple minutes while I go out and try and shoot. Where's my salt gun? Because I was so excited. I actually shot a fly. So since I bought the salt gun, like, I don't know, a year, 18 months ago, so few flies have gotten into my house. But I got one the other day, so I was pretty happy. Where is my salt gun? It's down here. Pump action salt gun. Okay. All right, so I'm going to play an old Angry Aussie video that you all can enjoy. Where are we? My channel. Why did it do that? God damn it. I hate it when sites open new tabs that I don't want. What's in this playlist? Look at these great video titles I used to do. Senator threatens to jam finger up Tony Abbott's butt. All right. How about I play an old one with Aidsy where we rag on a climate change denier, Bjorn Lomborg. That is margarita mix. That's a non-alcoholic sort of sour mix that I kept because I thought it might make a punch at some point. Oh, now I've done something weird to my browser. What have I done? Okay, the cicada knew I was coming for it, so it stopped. No, what the fuck? Now my okay, now it's come back. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, it's just like, the absence of a fucking jackhammer in your brain. Such a relief. It's gone. Were you after a drink, or you just going to taste that Swedish punch I made? So now the cicadas stopped. I could actually make a video because that noise was driving me crazy. Do you want to have a little taste of it? All right. So, do Swedish punch, which is rum and a tea syrup, basically. Right, a little little taste. See if you... Not very syrupy. It's like a liqueur. What's it taste like?
Tea.
Yes. That should be a fairly dominant flavour. Tea and rum, basically.
Sweet.
Sweet tea and rum.
A little bit spicy.
Yeah. From the spices and the...
It's all right.
It's all right? All right. I'm going to make a video where I officially taste it, but I've got some... might be the sort of thing that goes well with lemonade or something. Yep, it's like really sweet, cinnamony, spicy tea and rum. That's not bad at all. Micro USB. That's a perfectly reasonable opinion that bacon is overrated. That is an absolutely reasonable opinion. And Safa, AZ is back in Melbourne. Do you want a eggnog? Or do you want You want the Christmas brandy with it? All right. I'll get you a glass. Yeah, okay. I think that's very late on the palate. There's a little bit of bitterness in that, which is probably from the tea. It's probably the tannins from the tea. Might go better as a mixer. Actually, this Swedish punch might go well in the eggnog. I might try that at some point. Right. Already had some eggnog tonight. Yeah. Nearly used all that, and they won't be making it anymore, I don't think. Yeah. All right, so you might want a spoon to stir that. Okay, so Abigail actually saw AIDSy on Tuesday, and he's doing okay. There's probably AIDSy okay. So, Micro, you had an Aussie hotel a few weeks ago from Melbourne. Nice, man. Enjoyed your property. Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, was a nice man. I'm just going to, for the sake of aesthetics while I'm making a video, I'm going to top up this one bottle. So I've got like one full bottle, for which I need a funnel. All right. So I absolutely should have made less of this Swedish punch. That's on me. All right. I've drank a little bit. I think I got it down to 2 bottles. Right. So for you, you could add your booster for the new year. Me too. If I'd had a booster, say 2 weeks ago, I probably would have been comfortable having people around at New Year's Eve. But I didn't, so I'm not. All right. Bring these lights over the front here. All right, what's this doing? Fucking shitballs. Okay. All right. Spread my lights out a bit. All right. Clear this shit up. It's a cute bottle. I like this bottle. Threefold gin bottle. All right. I think. All right. So that's 750 and 500. So that's about 1,250 mils of fucking Swedish punch. I better enjoy that shit. Probably have some of that in every fucking live stream from now on. Okay. Okay. Bring this over here. Okay. Oh! Marco's me. You're a cute bottle. Nice turn of phrase there, my friend. Right. I am going to attempt. I'm going to make a video tasting the Swedish punch, which means switching some lights on. Yes. All right, lights on. Camera on. Trigger, of course. Oh, I'll put the camera up here so you can see me. USB making some coffee. Well, it is morning for you. You'll get nostril can, and this exaggerated freaking makes me look like an Easter Island statue or something. Heat is gonna heat. All right. It's tasting time. This is actually close to 2 days later. The recipes I saw for Swedish punch said after you make it and mix it, let it rest for 24 hours, let all the flavors permeate. It's actually closer to 2 days, but here it is. I've made a big old bottle, so I better like it because I've made a lot of it. So I keep the old Starwood whiskey bottles because it has the nice starburst paintings on it, so it looks cool. And time to have a little taste of our Swedish punch, or punch, as I've decided it should be called. Ooh, you're getting that gurgling ASMR. It's quite syrupy. It's quite thick, which is not surprising given the amount of sugar that's in it. So it's very aromatic. Just all the spices from the teas come through, and it is unsurprisingly very sweet. And the rums are coming through. Very late, it's a teeny bit bitter, which would be the tannins from the tea, I assume. But it is very nice. No wonder people like this. I feel like this might go really well with soda or lemonade, club soda, as Americans call it. Just as, because I think that would then make it a really bright, sparkly drink. It's quite nice as a liqueur. It is quite thick and rich, and I can see why people have been into Swedish punch for so long. But I think I should make a cocktail with it. I'm going to make a cocktail in my proper cocktail making clothes, probably tomorrow. For what do we call it? New Year's Eve. Man, if only my local cocaine dealer hadn't found God and stopped dealing. That's a joke. I don't do cocaine, and I don't have a cocaine dealer, and I don't know any cocaine dealers who found God and stopped dealing. It was just a joke about how I could drink more alcohol tomorrow night if I also did cocaine, which I will go on the record as saying super bad idea. So, a micro 5:22 a.m., 9:22 p.m. for us. That is actually pretty good, and I've got a couple of recipes for. I think it's actually this book. Mrs. Angry got me a couple years ago when I started getting serious about cocktails. Swedish punch, 48 and 59. Okay, what are the recipes in this one? On page 48, a Dicky Dicky. Okay, you got to love that name, honestly. How could you not like a cocktail called the Dicky Dicky? Diki. Calvados, grapefruit juice, and Swedish punch. Okay, fucks. I don't really like grapefruit juice. But anyway, where are we? Is it 59? Okay, a doctor cocktail. That's right. All the variations of the doctor have Swedish punch in them. All right, I'm going to make a doctor cocktail because there are a few variations. They tend to be rum, lime juice, and Swedish punch. But that's for tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Okay, Micro, we agree. Grapefruit's gross. The bitterness. I don't like the bitterness. Like, I even made a sugar syrup, what's called an oleosaccharum. You peel a citrus fruit and cover that peel in sugar, and the sugar leaches the oils out of the peel and turns into a syrup. And I made one with grapefruit, and it was too bitter. It was gross. But I think people who like grapefruit would have liked it. I don't like grapefruit, so I didn't like it. All right, so Swedish punch. Now that is pretty good. But I think you'll probably get used to me starting live streams by having a drink of this with lemonade. I think I will have it with lemonade because it's too sugary. And I've got a lot of it. I've got over a litre of it. Anyway, now I might have a little bit more water. A little bit more water while I look up a breakfast martini recipe. Because I think just the existence of a drink called a breakfast martini is hilarious. So I've just been sitting. Okay, here's the marmalade. Sunrise lime marmalade. To go with the sunrise lime gin. Justin, hello. How you doing? So, Micro, no one likes grapefruit. Yes, that thing where people do, where they get a grapefruit half and put a whole fucking spoon of sugar in it. That is weird. Just like eat an orange or something that's less bitter. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, you know what's good with sugar? And you just put a dusting of it. Fresh strawberries. And you put a dusting of either icing sugar or caster sugar on them. And it draws all the moisture and juice out of the strawberries and liquefies the sugar. And it's fucking awesome. Justin, you ate $60 worth of sushi. Go you, man. Oh, God, sorry. All caps from micro USB. Fucking strawberries. There's a man who apparently has an issue with strawberries. Okay. So I am going to find breakfast martini recipe. So Cointreau has an idea of difference. Tipsy Barrett. What does liqueur.com say about the breakfast martini? 1.5 ounces gin, half an ounce orange liqueur, 3/4 ounce lemon juice, bar spoon of orange marmalade. Oudilada marmalade. Okay. So they say orange liqueur. So I might do a lime liqueur if I'm doing a lime. All right, I'm just going to double back on. I defer mostly to Difford's guide, even though the guy behind it, Simon Difford's a bit of a wanker. Okay, yes, triple sec. Okay. Alrighty. I am going to do triple sec. 60 mils. 50 mils. How much does liqueur? Okay, what does Steve the bartender say? 45 mils. 15 mils, 30 mils. Lemon juice, teaspoon of marmalade. Liqueur.com. 45 mils, 15 mils, 3/4 ounce. She says, I'm comparing just all slightly different recipes, very slightly different. Okay, 15 mils lemon juice. I'm actually going to go with because I've been liking less citrus. USB no gusto sushi. I don't like the fish sushi, but the sushi is actually the rice. The sashimi is the raw fish. So I might go some that don't have raw fish. So, Micro, as a kid, you might give you a bowl of strawberries, tops cut off, dip strawberries in sugar. Oh, no, you're saying that was a positive, all caps. Nice. Justin, sushi conveyor belt restaurants are dangerous. Yep. So Megalich got 2 punnets of strawberries, punnet of raspberries, 2 punnets of blueberries, using it to flavor the bad Optifast vanilla shake. Yeah, handful of fucking berries in an Optifast shake. Fucking. I was also doing bananas. I like bananas in the Optifast shakes. But yeah, fruit. A handful of fruit is fucking great. Oh yes, Dr. Abigail. I know you're a big sushi fan. This is the one time going over to Abigail's, got her some fishy sushi, and I got fried chicken sushi, which I quite like. Anyway, I am going to make a breakfast martini as a short video, and I'm doing an experiment. You people, you wonderful people, are all witnesses to a noble experiment. Anyway, okay, so sunrise lime gin, sunrise lime marmalade, lemon juice. Fuck me, I think I need to squeeze a lemon because I don't think I've got enough lemon juice. Kind of looks like 15 mils. I'll do an off-camera cheat, basically. And I need orange curacao. Where did I put my orange curacao? Or will I do Mando? I'm doing Mando. Fuck it. No rules. No rules. I'm just doing it as here. Man, this is like the 6th fucking porn. Oh, I don't know if they're porn bots. They're spam bots. Jesus. Oh, nice. Justin, you spent 5 years in Japan as a kid, which would be why you love it. Yeah. Micro, you're always helping. Sushi. Right, so the recipe I am going to follow: 1.5 ounces of gin, 1/2 ounce triple sec, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, stir marmalade, base a shaker, and shake with ice. Okay. The heater's gonna heat. I just want to shake it up. We are going to want to fine strain this because of the marmalade. Oh, Right. Get my shit together. Theoretically. An orange twist or a slice of toast. Oh man, I meant to get some mini toast to put on the side. Mark, you're getting ready for work? Have a good day at work, man, and I'll try and have a good night here. I just thought of something. I might have something. Oh, did I just fucking eat it all? Oh, good work, that man. Cheese bites. God damn it. I thought I had something. This one? Ugh. Not even going to do a garnish. Get fucked. Okay. For a garnish, I'm going to put Vegemite and cheese hot cross bun on the side. I'm not, but I think that would affront the rest of the world if I did that. Which makes me laugh, the idea of affronting the entire world. But, all right, let's do this. Let's do this, and let's do that, and let's do a bit of the other. Right, I am going to do an experiment with also trying to shoot this on my iPhone. Heater's gonna heat. Camera. Do it cinematic mode because we can. And I've got a little selfie tripod here, which I'm going to set up just there, mayhap. Sorry, I'm just off camera while I'm doing this. There we go. I reckon that's it. It's probably not going to work, but I'm going to have it there as an experiment and get my audio. This won't take long because this is for a short video on YouTube, which has got to be less than 60 seconds. So it's only going to take me a couple minutes to shoot it. And then I'll have a breakfast martini. Nice. And I've got to get a spoon. I'm yet to open this jar of marmalade. I should do that now. Do. All right. Weird. Ooh, it's very liquidy marmalade. All right, I'm going to leave that spoon in there. Right. Turning on the audio recorder. Turning on the video recorder. Just got to make sure the framing for my video camera is right. And it does seem to be right. All right, I'm going to switch everything on. Wait a second. No, that would definitely be in the way. Fuck it. Okay. I'm going to do... and record. All right, it's all going. Did you overdo it on New Year's Eve? You might need some hair of the dog. Maybe a breakfast martini. I love the fact there's a drink called a breakfast martini. It's pretty straightforward. We want to start with a spoon of marmalade in our mixing glass. Shazam, you all. Oh, here you go. Marmalade in the mixing glass. Where's my jigger? I don't even have my jigger ready. What now, matter? Then we add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of gin. Stir till the marmalade is dissolved. Add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of an orange liqueur. Add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of lemon juice. Cheating for the camera. Oh, wait a sec. I gotta take this freaking lid off. Need to juice more lemons tomorrow. Is it about 15 mils? It's actually slightly less. I'm not that keen on lemon juice anyway. Maybe I should put a little bit of lime juice in. No one's got to know. Editing. Okay. I'll put this ice in. Oh yeah, physics. Equal and opposite reaction. What an idiot. Add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard, shake that for about 15 seconds. Then we want to fine strain that into a martini glass. And there's your breakfast martini. I hope you feel better. Happy New Year. That's actually really zesty. Man, that is actually really good. All right. Let's switch a few things off. That's all the distractions I'm doing tonight. All right, and I'm also going to switch those lights off because they're too bright. The bright lights of Hollywood are too much for me. Ooh, my hand's sticky. I've just got to wash my hand. The joy of doing these things in the kitchen. And clean up my mess, as it were. All right. I feel like I need to do... Whoop, let's put this down here. I feel like I need to do a longer video about that sunrise lime marmalade and sunrise lime gin. Drunken FPV, hello. Switch your girlfriend off. Kirsten, hello. Perfect marmalade for mixing, very few links. Kirsten, you like Australian sparkling. My champagne cocktail video went live on YouTube today. I used Australian apple cider as the mixer because I dislike champagne or even sparkling wine. So Kirsten, you probably guessed, I finally made a breakfast martini with sunrise lime gin and sunrise lime marmalade. It's really nice. It's really sweet. Like, it's not a martini. It's very sweet. I used Mando as the orange liqueur. I feel like I should do a longer video where I actually explain those components, because that was for a short for New Year's Day, hair of the dog type thing. So I had to get it all done in 60 seconds, so no time for messing around. But I feel like this actually deserves a longer video where I explain the sunrise lime marmalade and the sunrise lime gin. So I will probably do that. Justin, you were going to spend New Year's in Melbourne. Change your mind after you found out be best friends, 4 screaming nephews, older to which is 10, so staying in Queensland. Fair call. I was going to have people over for New Year's Eve and then decided not to because of the horrifying spiraling number of cases. And I'm not due to get my booster till a week after New Year's. And so I'm a bit fucking paranoid, quite honestly. I hope everyone understands. I'm as disappointed as anyone about cancelling it. But hopefully everyone will join on stream, do a big old angry bunch tomorrow night. Because I'm quite disappointed to have to cancel having people over. But I think the evidence is the right thing to do. So Justin got your booster today. I mean, I'm booked in on the 10th of January, but as of 3rd January, when they changed the rules, I'm eligible. So if I see a chemist that's doing boosters, I'm just going to wander in and say, hey, you booked out for boosters? Could I just fucking walk in now and get one? And see what they say. If they say, fuck off, we're full, it's like, no sweat. And I've had a few people suggest do it at the end of the day because they often have ones they need to get rid of. But I definitely want Lady Moderna, not a Pfizer. Not that there's anything wrong with Pfizer, but there's a few reports that says because I had AstraZeneca the first time, Moderna goes better with it. Kirsten, you've had a ball working your way around the wine regions of the border regions. I bet that if you're a wine lover, that sounds great. So in some bright and shining future, Mrs. Angry and I will have to come up to Sydney and visit the Archie Rose Distillery. Until then, we might content ourselves with visiting Victorian distilleries. Having really enjoyed the weekend out at Mornington, where we went to Jimmy Rum and the Bass and Flinders Distillery. And then I found another one on a Facebook ad that's back towards Frankston, but they're like a whiskey distillery. So there you go. Yes, mixing your vaccines is like mixing the cocktails, Drunken FPV. Got to get the mixture right. Because you got to fortify it at every place. Well, my my little oak barrel at the moment, after leaving water in it for a couple of days to see if it leaked, didn't leak at all. So I don't know, I had water in it for 3 or 4 days, and then I've just thrown caution to the wind, and I've put fortified wine in it to season the wood. And I have to decide how long that's going to stay in, a week or two at least, but also because we're just getting a little mini heat wave with the first day of 30 to 40 Celsius temperatures, which are going to last 3 or 4 days. So I put the barrel outside so it gets subjected to the temperature fluctuations. So it should expand and contract and whatnot. So it should really work on the fortified wines and a bit of evaporation, and should really penetrate the wood. I think after I season the barrel with fortified wine for a week or two, I still have to decide exactly how. I am going to put a cocktail in it after that. I'm going to do a cocktail, something very boozy, something in the realm of like a boulevardier is what I'm thinking. Yes, Abigail, whatever I put in the barrel, elementally aged. Kirsten, husband's requested a tiny barrel. You know my reaction to getting the tiny barrel? I want several more tiny barrels. I want multiple experiments going on at one time. And after, so, okay, it's going to have the fortified wine in it for a week or two to season the barrel and get some serious flavor into it. Plus, it's going to be interesting to see what the fortified wine is like in a couple of weeks. We'll see. But then I'm going to, as I said, then I'm going to do a cocktail. And I need to look up how long people say to barrel-aged cocktails, because I'm not sure about that. But I know with spirits, like they say freaking months. So I actually, I was in Dan Murphy's today, and they had 1 liter bottles of Maker's Mark on good special. So I thought, well, that's my inspiration. There you go. 1 liter bottle of Maker's Mark, American bourbon. Decent, but not exceptional American bourbon. I think age that for a couple of months. I haven't decided how long, in a seasoned oak barrel. Something interesting will come out the other end. Kirsten, husband wants 5 to 10 liter one. Holy cow. Mine's only a 1 liter one. Little baby. That's what I want. Drunken, you suggest tiny barrel to your girlfriend. She said probably get gym membership because you got the full barrel. Yeah, that's like when people say, I got a 6-pack. You go, that's fucking weak, man. I'm the whole barrel. It is what it is. Yeah, my initial reaction to getting a barrel was I want several more barrels. So, yeah, I don't want to do one big thing. I want to do multiples. I want to have multiple smaller things happening at the same time. It will be interesting to see what the fortified wine tastes like in a couple of weeks. And beyond that, then the cocktail. And beyond that, like I said, I'm going to do Maker's Mark. In theory, it will have a lot more character, because Maker's Mark is a decent but not exceptional bourbon. And again, the rules for American bourbon is it's aged in new oak. So essentially, I'll be finishing it in a really flavorful seasoned barrel. So it'll take on way more flavors, and it'll be rounder and fruitier. That's the theory. We'll see. Drunken FV sounds like a weird conversation had with your girlfriend. Several smaller ones instead of one big one. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're getting innuendo. Okay, we're now up to like 10 fucking spam bots tonight, which is super fucking weird. It's like the suckiest, most worthless fucking spam in history. It is a nice drink. It's definitely not a martini, but it's nice. Also, tomorrow night, I shall be cracking open the coconut aged cocktails. So that's essentially a Negroni, although I kind of messed about. It's not Campari anyway. So a coconut aged Negroni and then a rummy one. I actually have to watch the video back. I have to remember to watch the video back where I made it because I don't fucking remember what I put in the rum one. So I'm going to have to watch that one back because I thought, oh yeah, coconut rum goes with coconut. I should put some rum in one, and I put other stuff in as well. And I do not remember what it is. So, Drunken, am I going to do something with the coconut flesh? Taste it, I guess. I will. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to try and use it twice because I think the coconut flesh will start to go off. So I think after I drain out these coconut cocktails, maybe crack the coconut open and see what the coconut flesh is like. Might be able to do something with it. Definitely going to taste it. Justin, we were talking about that Parliament House, the doors of Parliament House being on fire. There's some shenanigans going on there. See, Musical Avid, this spam, which I'm criticizing as being the lamest spam ever, it's not even a clickable link. It's because the YouTube algorithm would automatically block links in the chat. So they leave spaces. It's as if they think someone is going to copy paste something from a live stream chat into a browser and then remove the spaces. See, no one's doing that. Nobody's doing obvious spam. It's like the worst, shittiest waste of time spam I've ever seen. Well, Justin, I've been deleting the spam. That may be why you don't see it. I don't know. Drunken FPV. You know how I feel about not remembering? I always thought I had a good memory for things you done. I was watching some YouTube vids you done in the past with my pet pig. Few of them remember because you made the video. Don't remember filming of the day. For me, it's age and alcohol consumption. Also, the sheer volume. Like over the last 15 years, I have recorded I've uploaded thousands of videos to YouTube, hundreds of hours of material, and I will occasionally get a comment on a more than 10-year-old video and someone going, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's going like, and it's on a 15-minute video. And it's like, dude, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. That's a really old video. And life's too short for me to rewatch a 15-minute video I made over 10 years ago to see what fucking 5 seconds you're obsessing over. It's like, no, I'm just letting it go, okay? And you should let it go too. So, yeah, so me not remembering things, I attribute to a combination of getting old and drinking alcohol. I could watch it 3 times. I could, but I don't want to. Yes, all that's left of the spam Music Elevator is a very Russian-sounding username and a reference to message deleted. What's that drunken FPV person? Yes, that person adds to the stats of the video. Wind them up and make them keep commenting. I remember one from the very early days, like my first couple of years on YouTube. This one guy affronted it, whatever I said, and of course I said stuff to affront people I don't like. And he was affronted, and my comment reply was a really dismissive, like, "Yeah, good on you, champ." And then he replied again, and I was like, "Okay, I honestly don't fucking care, man." And they replied again, and it's like, dude, I'm starting to get embarrassed for how little life you have. You should go away. And then he'd reply again. And this went on for ages. And it got to the point where it's going, I just showed this to someone I work with. And I said, I bet I can make you comment again. And they said, that won't work. No one's that big a loser. But I know you're that big a loser and you're going to reply to this comment. And they replied. And I'm like, thank you. You just made me $5. And he's really pissed off. And he said, double or nothing, because he doesn't believe you'll do it again. So come on, be the biggest fucking loser on the planet and comment again, and you'll make me $10. And the guy fucking commented again. It's just like, there are people out there who have no fucking life whatsoever. It's oh my God, it's just fucking mind blowing. That's the end of my breakfast martini. I'm definitely going to do a proper video about a breakfast martini, though. So, because I really want to talk about the sunrise lime marmalade and the sunrise lime gin that I got from Archie Rose. Because it's a neat package. When I ordered the sunrise lime gin, they also sent me the sunrise lime marmalade. And also a little thing of honey, which is here somewhere. Honey from their beehives on the roof of the distillery. Call it gin honey. It's very solid honey, actually. It's a nice honey. Should put this outside in the 40-degree heat. That'll liquefy it. So I did a script for a new type of video for my cocktail channel where I'm kind of faking that it's animated. It's not really going to be animated, but I'm faking with some very fucking low rent video effects. Oh, okay. Thank you for the correction, Kirsten. It's not from the roof. It's from the B platform. Okay. Mega Leach, how late am I going tonight? I don't know. It's already 10 o'clock. I only just finished my freaking breakfast martini, so I don't know what I'm doing. Justin, would I start doing pre-recorded videos again after I retire? I don't know. You know what might happen? Because YouTube is apparently going to bring in a podcasting platform. And see, I could see doing that. Stuff where I just get to sit and ramble for half an hour to an hour and create podcasts on YouTube that then get, reproduced on the other podcast platform like, Apple Podcasts, etc. I might bring back the Angry Aussie podcast at that point, just because I can. Okay, Kirsten. Roof at the new distillery is too high to put beehives on the roof, so there's a special platform for them. Fair enough. Yeah, Drunken FPV, that is a good point. This dude was weird and obsessive before COVID. How much is that guy's life degenerated during lockdown? He's definitely in QAnon. He is definitely in QAnon. Drunken, you're not sure if you do a podcast channel. Be better streaming. People are not going to sit and listen to somebody sipping on beer bottles. That's fair. I've also thought of making a cocktail podcast, one where it's kind of like my Angry Aussie ones, talking about the news of the day, but then saying, okay, what these stories and these names and what sort of cocktail does that make me think of? Or can I make a cocktail that suits the theme of what we're discussing? And make one up and shake it up and mix it and whatnot. Yes, Justin, I should be angry grandpa. I should, not that my offspring have kids, but kind of feel like I should be angry grandpa now. But who knows? Who knows what the future will bring? Oh, sorry, little bit of gas there. Oh, nice, Kirsten, your bees are happy. Beekeeper sends updates on occasion. Well, that's nice. That is very nice. Oh, tempted. Talking about how late am I going? The answer is I don't know. Because we are just past where I'd usually stop. Kind of tempted to have a martini now, like a real martini, as opposed to a pretendy breakfast martini, which is not a martini. It's just served in a martini glass. It's a good question, Megaleech. How do we gauge bee happiness? I think beekeepers can assess the mood of bees, and also I think possibly the honey production is part of it. Chris, longest stream. What's the occasion? We're in fucking limbo, man. That's the occasion. We're in that Christmas to New Year's limbo. Again, though, technically, I'm meant to work tomorrow, so we'll have to see how that goes. I switched my alarm off, so I just fucking wake up whenever I wake up. Stumble out and turn on my work computer. What does Dolly say? Stumble out of bed and stumble into the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition. Yawn and stretch and try to come to life. I don't drink coffee, so I do actually start the day with a Pepsi Max. That's my caffeine in the morning. Okay, Kirsten, the measure of bee happiness is honey production. Okay, that makes sense. We're saying drunken FUE. Don't ask Mrs. Angry. Anger will be Mr. Angry goes right on. Okay, I got to put a couple things back on the shelf. Put the lantern back. Put the sunrise lime gin back. Okay. I think I hear Mrs. Angry switching off the PlayStation to go to bed. She was playing The Last of Us Remastered, which I got for her because I thought she'd like it, and it seems that she does. And I have been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC. And so when I get my new laptop, again, I spoiled myself, late Christmas present, got myself a much beefier laptop, should arrive in the next week or so. And then I'll install the Red Dead Redemption on that laptop. Then I might do some streams where I play Red Dead Redemption because I think people would find that funny. Me getting really frustrated with hitting the wrong buttons. Like it's doing one of the random encounters. I rescued someone, right? I rescued this woman. Her horse had died and fallen on her. And so I'm rescuing her. And then I was going to put her on my horse and take her back to where she lived. But I hit the wrong button. And I think I essentially punched her in the face. And she goes, "You're a cruel man," and ran off. And I went, "Oh, well, that fucked that up. Damn it. I was trying to be a good guy. And then I just hit the wrong button and she's fucking run off." I drunk and I'm just going to, play campaign. I don't like online. Justin, I don't need to create another channel, for God's sake. I don't need another channel. Kirsten, you're buying stuff for cats. Nice. And new cats, which are so cute. I did see the picky of them. They're very cute. So, I thought, I don't know, it might be funny if every now and then I do a stream where I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. I'm trying to go through and I'm trying to maintain a reasonable amount of honor for Arthur. But I went to Saint Denis, and there was one of those random things that happen where a criminal's being chased by a cop. And previously, I'd just gone like, yeah, fuck him. Just let the cop take that guy. But I thought, I'm going to see if I can take out the cop and rescue the criminal, and he might tell me a criminal secret. And that did not work. That did not work at all. Like, I was just instantly super wanted and got swarmed by cops. But I escaped Saint Denis, but I killed a fuck ton of cops on the way out. So I have a super big bounty on me in Saint Denis. So I can't go back to Saint Denis until I make a lot more money, because I have a really fucking big bounty because I killed, I don't know, a dozen cops or more. What was funny is I escaped, and I was trying to kill as few of them as possible because there were dozens of the fuckers wherever I went, but I probably killed like a dozen of them in my escape, which just made for a huge bounty. So I just have to not go there, which is easy because you can play a lot of the game without going there. So I have to not go there for a while because there's a massive fucking bounty on my head. So I have to make a lot more money to be able to pay off that bounty. But again, it is one of the funnier mechanics in Red Dead Redemption. Kill 20 cops and they let you off if you pay them some money, which is pretty funny. Drunken FBO, you're playing Fallout New Vegas. As an NPC you ran away from. 7 real life days of playing, so maybe a month later you walked out a door. She finally tracked you down. 1 hit you to death at a critical point. One of these points you think, what the fuck? But you're amused it took so many real life hours still tracking me across the map. Yeah. The one thing that's been getting me, just random bushwhackings, because I'm not that good at like doing Deadeye and taking people out. So I know the strategy I have to follow. If I run into people who try to bushwhack me, I have to move. I have to run. I have to hide behind something, take them out one by one. If I just sort of stand and try and shoot them all, I'll get fucking killed. So every time I sort of run and move and hide, I kill all the people who are bushwhacking me. But if I ever kind of forget and think, no, I can take these guys, and I just kind of stand my ground and try to shoot them, I get fucking killed. And I fucking lost like legendary creature pelts from that. I was so pissed off. So I've got to remember, when someone tries to bushwhack me, initially run and they will follow you. But then because I'm really bad at shooting from my horse in a pressure situation. So I need to get a bit of distance from them and then get off my horse and fucking shoot them. Drunken, you think I can get the pelts back? Well, I wish I knew how. It said you have does that mean I have to go back to the location? Because it said you have abandoned. Go to the trader, you're taking them to, and they're there. Okay. Well, yeah, I've been meaning to go to the trader or whatnot to get something made out of him. We'll see. He'll be in the stock. Okay. Yeah, I have to find the trapper to get some stuff converted. So I'll check that out, because I had a couple of legendary creature pelts and I got killed. So I'll have to find the trapper. Chris, you got freedom spam. Nice. Right, I was about to say, where's my phone? They're staring at me like a fucking, what do you call it? Panopticon. Right, come here. Actually, I might look at this video, because I had this stupid problem with video, and the Apple support people said, upgrade your OS and that might fix it. 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to play this. What does it look like? Does it? Because it was breaking up, like it was pixeling up. Oh, man, that's fucked. Okay. That is absolutely unusable. See, this is why working as a one-person operation is bad. but it's not pixelating, which is good. But I recorded it on my video camera anyway. But for future reference, this could be the go. This could absolutely be the go. And yes, okay, it's not pixelating. So maybe it's working. Hello. We are almost at Happy New Year, yes. So Drunken FPV, you reckon the trapper's inventory will have it? Okay, I just need to find a trapper because I'm at a relatively early stage of the game. I just wanted to get it past the boring early bits where stuff is essentially tutorials. So I'm at the open worldy stage now. I can do literally whatever I want now. So I think that's what will be fun for live streams, doing the open world, roaming around. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I don't know. Sometime in January, might test it. Because I don't know. I just think people would find it funny to watch me getting frustrated. And also, I have this kind of general rule that I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm trying to maintain Arthur with a fairly high level of honor, like not doing bad things. I'm trying to maintain Arthur with a fairly high level of honor, but I found when you're wandering around the countryside, you stumble upon people who have camps, and I like to go and visit them because some of them are nice and give you information, but then a bunch of them cop a fucking attitude and tell you to fuck off. So I have decided if there are no witnesses when I go into camps to try and make friends with someone, if there are no witnesses and someone's surly to me, if someone's rude to me, they're going to fucking die. Which you lose some honor for doing that. But I'm just like, no, that motherfucker is rude. That motherfucker's going to die. So that's the rule I'm going to follow when I'm just randomly going around the open world. If someone's rude to me and there are no witnesses, I'm going to fucking kill them. Possibly in gruesome ways. Because you can do gruesome shit in Red Dead Redemption. Like hogtie someone and then throw them on a fire. Or hogtie them and throw them off a cliff. So you can do some fucked up shit in Red Dead Redemption. So that's the rule I'm going to kind of follow. People are rude to me. If there are no witnesses, they're going to fucking die. I've also remembered one guy who wronged me, and I'm going to sneak into his house at night and kill him because he fucking falsely accused me and got me in trouble. Drunken FB, hard to explain. Find the trapper. Oh yeah, no. I literally get what you're saying. I'll find the trapper and see if he's got it. And if I found the big girl and the thin guy, invite you for dinner and some fun. Do you mean the big guy and the thin girl? Because I've actually played. Okay, I've played Red Dead Redemption all the way through on PlayStation, so I basically know all of it. And I was just traveling around. And I found the big guy and the thin girl inviting me in for fun. And I thought, no, I'm going to save this. That's something I want on a live stream because that's wild. That's wild and fucked up. And I want to save that for a wild live stream. So I did actually run into them, but I'm like, oh, I'm not going in there. I'm going to save that for a live stream. Yeah. Also, I found it's good to do, and again, this is a Red Dead thing. There's basically an additional chapter. Okay, 5-year-old game. Spoiler alert: Arthur dies. The character you're playing dies, but then there's an epilogue. There's a whole extra game where you play another character, and you can do a thing where Arthur gets mugged by these people and they have his money. And if this guy goes back to their house, he gets the money, which is really good. Drunken FPV, you did multiple saves, played through it multiple times. Yeah. Drunken, have you not finished the game? It's like 5 years old. I also can't believe You don't know the thing I just said. And again, the stuff that happens with Arthur is quite emotional. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a very emotional game. There's a lot of character development and a lot of emotional involvement in what happens to them. Drunken no, play side quests, get lost, don't finish most open world games. You don't follow the game. Okay, my bad. But yeah, I can't believe you didn't know that about a 5 year. Actually, when did it come out? I said 5 years, and I just made that up. Red Dead Redemption 2, 2018. So it's 3 years old. It's not 5 years old. It's 3 years old. But my excuse is I found it hard to believe you didn't know that. You're bored on side quests. The main quest takes ages to do. But yeah, you finish the main quest and there's a whole extra game where you play as a different character. And then you can be that guy forever, just wandering around. He has his own story to finish, but you can keep playing after you finish that. And you can just be this guy roaming open world forever. Anyway, I am going to go to bed. It's a little bit late. I'm going to go to bed because tomorrow, New Year's Eve, that's going to be epic. So I should save up for that. I don't want to be tired and grumpy. I'm going to go to bed, try and get some proper sleep. Okay, that's a bit creepy, Kirsten. People sitting outside your room being very loud. That's not good. Dragon FPV, you've started playing Batman Arkham Asylum, a 2008 game, but not finished it. Ugh, okay. There are some games I started that I never finished. That's true. But I'm going to go to bed now. So nighty night, fabulous people. I hope, look, actually, maybe you just have something fun for New Year's Eve. And I say go for it. I'm going to be at home because I'm paranoid. But I hope people join me and we have a bit of an epic night tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed now so I get some sleep. And I will see you all